Hello, survivors! This is Nexus from Hiberniacs, and you are watching episode number 44 from our Let's Play Ark the Extinction series. Now, to continue where I left off in previous episode, I was going to go about taming the giant bee. The reason for that is because I need a sustainable source of honey that's conveniently placed. And the domesticated beehive is the only thing that fits this perfectly. But before I go, first thing I need to do is prepare for the bees. You will need, in order to tame them, to use the bug repellent. You will need pelt, wool, or human hair, the vegetables, and that's the citronal and rockeret. And last ingredient is narcotic. Okay, and you put it all into mortar and pestle. Yeah, last thing you need to learn it. Right. So, here we have it. I think something like 5 should be fine. These things do have a spoiling timer, so they are best used after being crafted. And it's probably not worth making tons of it beforehand. The bug repellent is also useful when you just want to harvest honey, not for taming. And the reason is that you will not get the bees debuff that will dismount you, or if you have it and try to mount, you will be dismounted again. And also it slows you down, not to mention that you will get attacked by the angry drones. So I will need this. The grappling hooks are important. And possibly for the bees, great thing is the sword. I think I need to learn that as well. It is much more efficient than using simple tools. And also ranged weapons when fighting the bees. And I think I'm ready. Just a little bit of food. And water. Now, my first stop is going to be the first beehive I already discovered. But there I'm just going to harvest it, because the placement is not very good for taming. The reason is that in order to tame giant queen bee, you will need to break the hive. And once that's done, okay, I need to drop down. You will have to follow Queen on the ground, or if you are in higher places in the air, which is a little difficult, to be honest, and feed her. And now that I think of it, I forgot to take the taming food. For queen bee it would be the kibble, but I can also use rare flour. I will just check if I have any left here. 9. This may not be enough, but I guess when looking for nests, I'm going to happen upon some beaver dams, and they tend to have rare flowers in them. So now I need to get up there and use the grappling hook. Okay. I really think I need to get some meat for my mana. Now for harvesting. Before approaching it, okay, one thing, you can't do it while hanging on the grappling hook. So I need to drop down onto the ground and apply bug repellent. This is important. You see? I didn't get debuff or attacked at all. There was the orbital supply drop, but without a strong enforcer or a bunch of T-Rexes for the higher difficulties, I'm not going to attempt it. Okay, now for search. Good places to look for are here in the city, all kinds of these gardens up on the buildings, and also different other places, I guess. They can be pretty well hidden, so looking into all kinds of places is recommended. Okay, nothing here. The beehive itself is not actually that large, so you can easily... Okay, it's the spider, and more of them. At least I'm going to get some meat. Okay, those pesky areneos. Just one thing, placing the honey again back into your dino will increase the spoiling timer. Stamina is the way to go, and okay, perhaps up there, or maybe here. A lot of spiders here indeed. guess I can try it up here. Nope, I can't. I've just run out of stamina. But the truth is, the beehives do not necessarily need to be on the side of the building or on the ceiling. They can also spawn on the ground. Guess I need to take it in smaller steps. There are really a lot of places here to hide. So for few bees this can be especially easy. Okay, let's check it here. Okay, these are bees, but I don't see any beehive visits. Well, these are definitely bees, so beehive is bound to be here somewhere. And they're going to die off anyway. Okay, this is the queen bee, but what is doing here? I guess I can leave the mana here and make sure that he's on passive. This is not a very good animal or dino for city like this. Yep, this is what she's going to do when you get close. Spawn a lot of bees. But after they are spawned, they are going to fly above her, so you have a bit of... Oh, okay, and also you need to place the taming food on your last action bar slot. If she's in combat, you will not be able to feed her. So be careful not to bump into her. It's gonna be a little difficult. Okay, I've touched her, but also managed to the best strategy for fighting off bees is to duck. That way they are going to fly above you and will not be able to hit you. I hope she's not going to... Yep, she is. Okay, when this happens, the taming is most likely and effectively screwed. Perhaps I could have placed some dinosaur gateways here to seal her off and just feed her and fend off any attacking bees. Alright. She can still land somewhere, but waiting for that is going to take ages. And there's possibility she will die in the process at the hands of some random dino. But nothing's lost. I think in this city there are usually a lot more beehives. So let's continue the search. So the ideal situation, okay, this looks like a good place, is when you are able to seal her off in a confined space. to cut off any escape routes. I think I'm going to try it up here. The platforms with trees on these buildings are one of the best places for beehives. Okay, I need some more stamina. Do you have any food? Nope. He's eating through it all. A lot of trees here. Oh, I think I see it. Yep, it's beehive. 5,000 health. But the placement is not very good. Usually when you break the hive, the queen bee is going to spawn in that exact place, and she doesn't drop down. As you could see, she sort of glides, so there's a good chance she's going to go down here, considering how close to the edge this is, which would be, well, a failure. It would be best to have her, well, locked there or trapped. I don't know if the gateways are a good way for such a small area, so instead I think I have a lot of trees here. Maybe I can just build quick confinement room. I think for the bees it's fine to use thatch structures. They are really cheap to make, and well, I have everything I need right here. Okay, what am I going to need? For thatch foundation, fiber, thatch and wood. But luckily I have my sickle here. So neither of these is going to be an issue. I guess the, well, trap doesn't need to be. Okay, that was not a good idea. I always have water there. I need to be careful about that. And perhaps I'm going to need more rare flowers. But luckily there's a green obelisk right here, and underneath it usually you can find some beaver dams. So for the thatch foundation, 4, that will be enough. Perhaps more than needed, but I guess that's fine. And for the walls, yep, I just need to keep on harvesting. I need to clear this place anyway. On our YouTube channel you can find a video about giant bee taming. However, in that case we are lucky enough to have the queen bee stuck inside the nest and, well, rendered immobile. If you're unlucky like that, well, in figure of speech. You will have to use different tactic. I think this one is a pretty decent one. Okay, how many I need? I think 3 hive will be safe. 18, almost there. I guess just a couple more thatch and wood. One more. I can't jump. But I can build, right? Yeah, this will be enough. Okay, I guess I'm building it faster than I can craft it. To break the nest, I'm going to use the mana attacks. You just have to be careful to not hit the queen. You might accidentally kill her. Okay, will I be able to attack? I think I should be able to hit the nest through here. Nope, I just need to craft that one. Yep, this looks fine. Just some extra protection. So that's the preparation phase done. I guess I can leave this. The beehive is not going to despawn or anything. And the structure is going to be standing here. I just need to get some more rare flowers. Oh, sorry, Dodocarus. I guess the beavers are occupied. So hopefully they're not going to attack. Okay, I can keep that. Yep. When they're engaged, they do not care that they are being robbed. And 45 is, well, more than I need. All the way down. I think this should work well. Oh no, this place is one big trap. Okay, let's do this. First, I need to break the beehive. Hopefully the structure is not going to obstruct my attacks. Well, it is. So I need to jump onto it. Like this. Now I should be able to attack. But I can also be attacked by the hive, so I need to hit and run. Because when you get stung by the bees, you will get debuff and dismount. And if I fall down inside, well, this could be a dangerous situation, which is something I need to avoid. Also make sure to check the beehive health. It can tell you how many more hits you can give it. Okay, I think for this current moment it is not necessary to use bug repellent. I think that was one successful hit. Or maybe two. The giant bees are just mindless drones that are going to expire soon. They can be still a nuisance. It is the queen that's spawning them, and they're there to protect her. Alright, soon I will need to get some meat for my mana. Two hits. That's 3 more hits. Okay, let's not dilly-dally. Okay, I think the mana is stuck in some weird position. And without stamina, it also can't attack. Okay, this is a bit of hiccup in my plan. Alright, it stopped. Okay, sometimes the game can get in your way or in the way of your plans, but well, I just hope that won't happen to you. And you'll have better luck than me. Okay. This is not very good for my mana, I guess. Perhaps a good way to improve this would be to use a ramp. But I guess I'm not going to bother with it at this point. All I need to do is just land. I think it's one more hit. Yep, it's still there. And is it? Yep. One less hit and the queen will be out. Then the real fun will start. Okay, there she is. And she didn't drop down, which is perfect. Now I need to clear the field and wait for the combat to end. So far this was successful. So this is important. I have the repellent on, taming food on my action bar, and she can produce new bees as much as she wants, but due to her nature she's going to try to, well, fly forward or fly on, and will get stuck in one of the corners. All you need to do is find the sweet spot to get this prompt and feed her. That's all there's to it. Okay, I maybe can check how far am I in the taming, but it's not that easy to see through here. At least I know that the taming effectiveness is high. Now all I need to do is wait until she's hungry again. If you use better quality taming food, for instance the kibble, this is going to happen faster. But since, okay, there's the prompt. Okay, that's all there was to it. You even get a little army of your own bees, but these are going to die as soon as you pick the queen up. Okay, are you stuck too much? Nope. I think they're going to die on their own anyway, because they have expiration timer. Yep, by using your action on the queen, you are going to obtain brand new beehive. Also, once this beehive that you get this way is collected, you will receive your queen back. So it's not a bad thing. There's also a way you can craft beehive if you have the S+, but there will be no queen bee in it. So you will not be able to, well, move it. Okay, I think in the inventory she will stay indefinitely as long as you not place her in the world, so that's fine. Maybe I can look for another one. What's better than having a bee is having two of them. Okay, I need to check for places like that again, but it should be well, gardens or such. But as you could see on the first building all the way to the east, it's not required. And there's nothing here. Okay, I need some meat. So let's kill something. Okay, defense units, these do not have any meat on them. And, well, strange, it seems that there is nothing alive here. Oh, hello, Mr. Ptero. You are not much... Oh, dodo. Plural, it's dodos. I think it's still the season of the turkey, but I doubt that I'm going to meet one here. Not to mention that it will probably be a super turkey, and they are very hard to kill. Okay, you have some meat, you should be fine for now. And so the search for more bees continues. Okay, I was here. There's another garden here. Okay, you're exhausted, I know. They can also be on the ground, as I mentioned, so it's also worth looking down on the ground. Oh, that's nice. These two are actually quite close together. Alright, and this one seems to be quite well accessible too. Alright. So, first thing I need to do some preparations. So again, building... okay, here it will be a little more difficult since it's a little higher up. Somewhere here. I don't know if this is going to work. So perhaps I can make it wider. Like this. And okay, I don't know if this is going to be enough. Well, hardly. I guess I would need a bit more walls. On the other hand, I also can probably leave this here. The beehive is not going to go anywhere. And I can plan to collect this later. I guess I could just harvest it. Is it going to take some time? Oh, this is the wrong weapon. It is going to take some time for my own beehive to actually produce. That was pretty safe. Okay, I guess I can leave it here, since I know where this place is. Now I just need to get back to the base. So you can see that taming the bee is not as daunting as it might seem. And you don't even need to get lucky with the stuck queen, so she doesn't run away. I don't know, it's hard to demonstrate when it doesn't happen to you, but if you check out our video, you will see what I mean. Okay, now I just need to rest a little and head back. The mana is really awesome for traveling. Perhaps I can check one of these drops. Although since all the waves consist of corrupted creatures, it is best to do with, for instance, Enforcer that have a nice bonus to damage against these creatures. Okay, here I have some stinberries. Also, I'm thinking that considering the amount of honey I have already, I might be able to do something about that obvious taming, which is the next step. The ultimate goal is to have enough mutton for taming purposes. It's a red one, I think that's 100,000 health. That's the hard one. And it's night. I have attacked something. It was an accident, I'm sorry. And my base is here somewhere. Well, I'm safely back. And I have my own beehive. I think good placement for it is inside the greenhouse. So beehive in the greenhouse. Can't place on the floor. Okay, what's wrong? It needs to be on the ground. Okay. I guess they need to be on the ground. It must be that domesticated one you can craft, the S Plus version, that you can simply place on the structures. I don't know, maybe I can remove this center area, or not. I can just to be safe make another hole here. But where? Oh well, it can be, well, replaced any time, so here is just fine, I guess. Yep. Provide rare flowers. Yep, you're going to get stung. I think I need to use repellent for that. Yep, this works. Okay, here is the rare flower. It's going to last for a couple of days of real time, so that's quite a long time in game, actually. And over time, this is going to produce honey. That's nice. And here, what do I need for the cake? Long grass, rockroot, saveroot, and water. That's long grass, saveroot, and I do have some rockroot over in mortar and pestle. So that's all of it. All I need to do now is put some fuel inside and craft it. But to be honest, I am going to wait for the next episode, and the reason is that I first want to bring an ovis from the snow biome for taming. Levels are not really important because well, they are going to provide mutton either way. I mentioned that they are, well, I don't know, maybe higher levels are going to give more meat, but I think that's not very likely. Okay, just a little bit of sorting out, and I think I'm going to, well, stop for this episode, at least. Okay, can eat this. Fine, so this went quite well. I think I've successfully finished my mission. So for the next episode, I'm going to go over with an Argent for novice hunt. It's going to take some time, but I guess it's going to be easier than taming the obvious over there. Well, let's just see how that goes. Okay, so this is where I'm going to stop. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Feel free to leave a comment or a like. Also, click on the subscribe button to make sure you don't miss out on more Ark Survival Evolved fun. Thank you for watching and see you next time.